about you real quick. What's going on with you, bro? What's going on with you? What's your name, man? Smitty? Smitty, if I would have asked you where we live at, right? We on 7 Mile Hayes, right? What is wrong? Can you tell me some of the things that's wrong with how we come up, the way we live? Tell me something that is wrong with how we come up and how we live as a people.
Something that's wrong with how we come up as a people.
Yeah, what's wrong with us as a people? Why are we walking around today?
Because I think we're still looking back.
We're still looking backwards. Okay, what do you mean by that?
The reason I say I think we're still looking backwards because we're not looking forward, because I ain't gonna just say it like we're talking about like embraces and nothing, but
right.
The white man's still looking forward though.
The white man,
still doing
okay.
The damn thing.
Right. So what's wrong with us?
I think we're still behind time. We ain't doing what we're supposed to be doing, looking forward to shit.
Right, so I agree with you. We're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, looking forward. So if we are to change that, how do we, right, as black people, begin to look forward?
Do we begin to look forward?
Yes.
Or once we start doing what we're supposed to be doing, then it'll come to us right there. It'll be right there in our face.
Okay, what is that we're supposed to be doing? I guess that's my question. Like if we want to get to the other side of the fence the way the white man is doing, you know what I'm saying?
Doing what we're supposed to do.
Right. Okay, so check this out.
Flyers out, go fishing.
And what's your name again? Smitty. Okay, now Smitty, let me say this to you right now. We had 3 million man marches, right? What positive came out of those marches when we did that? And before you answer that, check this out, Smitty, because you're a man of stature. You got some grades on you. You got some wisdom. So you've been here before me, right? Remember us in the '60s? Remember Martin Luther King? Remember Malcolm X? Remember the things that we used to do when we used to Black Panther Party and things of that nature? What happened to us? Smitty, what were the positive things that happened from those marches?
On the same positive happened from those marches back then, Martin Luther King, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X, talking back then, my years were coming up to this. Wasn't nothing else there.
No nation, not desire. Give me that. 2 and 1. Right. I'm gonna tell you, Smitty. Here's the problem. What is your nationality? What's your nationality? You're a Negro. You're a black man, right? Part of the problem with us, as far as forward thinking, is we think like black men. We think like Negroes. We think like African Americans, right? But who are we really? When they got us off the slave ships and brought us here, who are we? Because if we began to understand that, Smitty, then we can begin to resolve or bring solutions to our problems, right? Listen to what God says. Read what you got.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desire.
Gather together who?
O nation not desire.
The Most High God calls the so-called black man a nation. We are a nation of people, right? It's not only just the black man, it's the black, it's the Hispanics, and it's the so-called Native Americans.
Right.
First, before we begin to forward think, we got to understand that we are a nation. In this society here, what we've been taught is, I'm going to do me, and I'm going to be all right. I'm going to take care of mine, right? And we will rob, steal, and kill to make sure that ours is taken care of, right? So that's why we have grown into a society today where I can give a damn about the nigga standing next to me, because I'm going to eat. And if it take me to gun him down, right, I'm going to do that. If it take me to sell him this product that I got that's going to kill him and destroy his family, I'm going to do that. But God said that we a nation. How you doing, sis?
She was wanted to know about the truth about slavery.
Okay, Smitty, you want to know the truth about slavery? What, sis? Okay, what's your name, sis? Today, why did we go into slavery as a people? Because it only happened to us, right? Why did black people get put on slave ships? Why were we raped, robbed, pillaged? You don't know your history? Okay. Well, how old are you, right? How old are you? 32. Do you have children?
I got one.
Okay, you got one son. So it's important what you're about to hear right now. The Most High God got you listening, had you come up, right? You're going to understand why this happened to us. Why they brought us from the west coast of Africa, right?
Okay.
Put chains on our necks, right? You're not going to go to church?
Haven't been.
Okay, that's good. I'm not condoning that you go to church, because what you're going to hear is lies, right? They're going to tell you God loves everybody. They're going to tell you come as you are. They're going to keep repeating the same situations that we're in now. You see, if you look at the area where we live at, it ain't good for us, right? Because first off, since we don't know who we are, we don't know why we went on these slave ships, because it's documented in the Bible, but we don't read that. You understand what I'm saying? Give me 28:1 first. Deuteronomy 28:1. I want you to see what the Most High God. This book is written over 3,000 years ago, and the Most High God said in the last days you would know who He was, because He's going to send His prophets on the street corners, on the highways and the hedges to tell you who you were. Right? Read.
Chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all His commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Now let me paint the picture. What do you know about Moses going into the land of Egypt? You ever heard about Moses splitting the Red Sea?
I've heard about Moses, but not that deep.
Not that deep, okay. Well, historically, right, Moses, who was a Levite, a Levitical priest, right? He went into the land of Egypt to free a particular people. Those people that he went to go free was your foremothers, your forefathers, right? And he sat them down in the wilderness, and he said, look, God told me to tell you, if you do these laws, statutes, and commandments, that He's going to set you above all nations. These people on this sign. He says above all nations on the face of the earth, right? So He says, obey me, keep your faith in me, and I will give you this. Right. But then there was a direct opposite of that would happen too if we didn't do it, right? 28:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
Now He said, in the future, if you don't do what I'm telling you to do right now, right, to these people, He says, in the future, it shall come to pass,
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
He says, if you don't obey what I'm telling you right now,
to observe to do all His commandments and His statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
all these what?
Curses shall come upon thee.
So the Most High God said, look, in the latter days, if you don't do what I'm telling you to do, guess what? You're going to be cursed. You're going to be cursed what? With your education. You're going to be cursed what? In how you live. What I'm going to do is put the woman above the man, and I'm going to take the man out the household, and you're going to have 80% of our mothers, our sisters, raising children. Right. The direct result or negative effect that has is we have a lossless society. Right. You got a society where men can't be men. You get what I'm saying? You got a society where children are running the streets wicked. They're the ones out here killing. They're the ones out here shooting. Right? But look what He said, verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
He said what?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
The Most High God said, look, over 3,000 years ago, when we're reading this prophecy, He says, if you don't do what I'm telling you to do, guess what? You're going to be cursed in the city. You're not going to own nothing. Give me 46. You're not going to own nothing. You're not going to be able to go to people that look like me and you for anything, right? Read what you got.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
The Most High God said the curses was going to be upon you, sis, in the last days for a sign. Because if I asked you your nationality, what would you tell me you were? You who? African American, right? That's a term that Jesse Jackson gave us in 1985, right? Before we were African American, who were we? Because Africa is named after a guy named Leo Africanus. He conquered that land. He's a white man, right? America was named after.
You educated me
Okay, sis, that's cool. That's cool. And I appreciate you listening. America was conquered by a man named Leo Scipio Africanus. These are two white men, and we go around today calling ourselves African Americans. That's because we don't know who we are. We don't know that we're people of the book. What you learn in the day is you're not African American, you're not black, you're not a Negro, you are an Israelite. And if you call yourself an American black, that will make you from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
The greatest man to ever walk the face of the earth is from that same tribe.
Right.
Jesus, the black Messiah.
That's
right? What you've learned for 32 years is lies. Because what they taught you was that. You just told me you're from the tribe of Judah. I'm reading curses in the Bible that don't fit that image, that don't fit that man, because he was never going on slave ships. Your first initial question was, why did we go on slave ships, right? God said in the last days, he was going to let you know, sis, for a sign and what?
For a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
He said the curses that I'm telling you right now over 3,000 years ago is going to be on your seed, meaning your children, from you to the next generation, and so on. Read.
Right.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
See, we go to church on Sunday, right? Sunday is not the day that we're supposed to come together and congregate.
Right.
God said in the 10 commandments, right? He said the 4th commandment is to remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy.
Right.
That's the 7th day of the week, which is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown.
Right.
We're not dealing with that right now, but I'm just telling you, when we go to church on Sunday and congregate, we miss the sin. And God said if we don't do his laws, statutes, and commandments, that we will be cursed.
Right.
So we don't know who we are first and foremost, right? We don't know what sin is. We go to church, we sing Kumbaya, hold hand, and we pray to that man. You just told me you're from the tribe of Judah. What I'm telling you is Christ look like you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Christ look like me.
Right.
Christ is only coming for these people.
That's
He
right.
ain't for everybody, because the curses don't fit everybody. They fit you.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.